Fresh from the comic shop.
That is correct. Live from the pressing salon. Play on words from the Fresh Prince. Yeah, each and every week we ask you guys, the audience, to send us your fresh gets from your LCS, from mail calls, from AOKs. They could be books that just came out 2 days ago, or they could be books that came out 20 years ago. Yes. What have you? It doesn't matter. Just show us your fresh gets. Tag us. That's right. Tag us on Instagram at Comic Book Canon. We also have a hashtag we're going to start doing. I didn't even talk to Chris about this, but I think FFTCS, Fresh from the Comic Shop, will work because there's another FFCS, and I don't know what that means. Maybe I'm ignorant, naive, what have you. I'm scared to ask. But FFTCS doesn't seem like it has much going on. Let's make it ours. Tag us each and every week, but also we have a guest on each and every week, as you know. We have a very special guest this week, Drew. He's going to be sharing his fresh gets from the comic book shop. Chris and I will be as well, so it's just going to be a party, and we're just going to get started. As always, we start with our guest. Drew is kind of like a round robin where we go you, audience, Chris, me, etc. But we're going to take your single shot, and you tell us what you got fresh from the comic shop. What do you got, Drew?
All right, well, I'm gonna tell us. It's not fresh from the comic shop this week. So these are the last 5 books I picked up. I'm still in pretty good with my comic shop, so I don't have to go every week, and I don't read a lot of new stuff. So first, most recent book I got, picked this up at a show I did last month. So this is, forgive the Mylar, an 8.5 CGC copy of, let's find my camera, Tales of Suspense 48 with off-white to white pages. It's the first appearance of the red and gold Iron Man armor, and that's just never going to look good.
It looks fantastic, and you're going to...
So yeah.
Honestly, man, like Nerdy Girl Comics, remember that one week? I feel like we're going down the same road, Chris. I feel like we're going down...
Danielle and I are not on the same level. I mean... I might be on the rung of the ladder she's on that's like shoved down in the mud somewhere.
Matt S. loves what you got. We got Dan De La Torre. He loves what you got as well. I love it. I know Chris does. But Chris, before we get into what you got, why don't we get into our audience here? And good friend of the show, Azores Tiger from Spine Ticks. Their link is down below, by the way. He just wanted to share that. He sent in a ton, by the way, this week. Azores Tigers, Young Avengers #1. He had a ton submitted, but this is the one people are really talking about right now. Azores, thank you so much for sending this in. This is a book, guys. It is just going to go up, up, up. And I would say, correct me if I'm wrong, Drew, Chris, but a lot of it has to do with Disney Plus and what they're doing there.
Yeah.
And it's another one is like what you said earlier, Drew, is like the ship has kind of sailed on this one in terms of getting it for a reasonable price for a modern book that came out, what was it, 2005 maybe or something like that?
If I'm over here looking depressed, it's just because I sold all mine at like $50 and $75.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you put it on the wall, you just got to sell it. But I've still got a director's cut left, so I'm not completely out of the game.
All right, that's a nice one to hold on to. Again, it's happening. You've seen it in WandaVision. You've seen it in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Hawkeye is coming around the corner, and you have Miss Marvel. I mean, it's there for a Young Avengers group.
I like some of the other books in that run more than I really like the #1. I think 6 has been strong. I've been hunting for 6 for a while. 12's good. Was it 10 is her first cover appearance? Yeah. So I like some of those real well.
Be on the lookout for those.
And they're a lot more affordable than the ones still.
Absolutely. And you can maybe able to still find those in some dollar bins, maybe. I
did.
There you go, right there. All right, one more for the audience here. We got Comic Noob. When you get that feeling there might be something interesting at a new thrift store, $2 each. Not too bad for this. Was this McFarlane's last Spider-Man work or even Marvel work, I do believe. Is that correct?
No, that would have been Spider-Man. Was it 16, I think was the very last one?
Oh, okay. All right.
Because Larson took over Amazing while he was doing Spider-Man.
Right. Maybe this is his last work on the Hulk for Marvel. I mean, like working with the Hulk. I can't remember. There's something... I have this book myself. I love it.
It's very late in his Amazing run. I can't remember because he like skips an issue and then comes back. And I can't remember if it's that or
right. anyways, it's a nice pickup. 3 of those for $2 each. Like, that's fantastic. It's going to bottom much more than $2. So good on you, Comic Noob. Thank you for sending that in. Chris, what do you got fresh from the comic shop this week, man?
All right. Well, let's talking about some Bronze Age books and looking at a market right now where, you know, I'm going for, and we were just talking about how, you know, if somebody's talking about it, you know, it's already too late. And this is why I like focusing things that aren't necessarily on people's radar. And this isn't a key or anything, but when we look at what people are paying attention to these days, I'm looking at absolutely anything Galactus. So here's the Dazzler number 10 with Galactus. And even Dazzler, you know, there's a lot of, her first appearance is booming. I mean, X-Men stuff is just booming right now. But, you know, Dazzler, this has been a run that you can easily find in the 50-cent dollar bin forever, but not so much these days. So, but I just love anything Galactus right now, and really cool cover.
Definitely, man. And that's like a double dip too, because you got Galactus and Dazzler. Dazzler's another character, guys, you may want to be on the lookout for, because I guarantee Marvel is going to want to do something with her. By the way, we have a few comments here. Michelle, aka Moonlit Comics. I think that the previous one, that's McFarlane's last work on Amazing Spider-Man. Desire Comics also mentioned that, and Planet Arizona Comics confirmed it.
And shameless plug here to kind of combine the last two things together. If you're a Todd McFarlane fan and a Dazzler fan, in one of my last videos I talked about McFarlane's Marvel Tales covers, and there are a couple Dazzler covers in that.
Interesting. So, okay, guys,
if you want your Todd and Dazzler combo,
link below. Check them out. All right. Before I get to my first fresh pick of the week, we're gonna get into. All right. This is a tricky one, because I followed up with Cover Junkie Comics. He sent this in for fresh from the comic shop, but did not say what this is. So I don't know.
Supervillain team up.
Which number it is, though?
Well, what number is that?
That's the thing. So if anybody could tell us what that is, or Cover Junkie Comics, if you're in the chat, please share this with us. I followed up with you. Could not hear back, but he's a big Dr. Doom fan. He watches the show. Very happy to have you there. We also have
it's number two.
Oh, there you go.
Number 2?
Yeah, and that run because of Doom has been picking up. I just picked up a couple issues in that as well.
Yeah, that's a nice cover too.
And you can find those in discount bins all day long.
Absolutely. All right, and then we have Coveted Comics with Amazing Spider-Man Volume 3, number 9. The Spider-Verse begins here. A new arrival to the PC today. Beyond ecstatic to have Spider-Gwen's second appearance, and much, much more going on in this book. That is fantastic. Good pick up, Coveted Comics. All right, guys, I've been so busy. Last week, I was all disheveled. I wasn't even at my home base here. But this week, I just had no time to go to the shop. I got some of the stuff in the mail here. All
right.
They're all new books, guys. Again, so I feel a little small compared to Drew, but that's fine. And Chris. But here we go. Good. I got a Joker number 2. This cover's freaking awesome. It's the Bermejo. Am I pronouncing his last name correct? The Punchline. Joker number 2. I think this came out this past week. I can't even remember. Again, I'm having trouble.
Awesome cover.
Remembering all of it.
Yeah.
The first
slightly disturbing.
It is. Of course it is. Look at these little Joker top. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on there. But it's a really nice looking cover. It's a beautiful cover. And it's also the first appearance of Bane's daughter, Vengeance. So a lot of people are really hot on that as well. All right.
That's how you know we're getting old, guys. All the villains we grew up with have kids that are super villains.
Yeah, right.
I wish you didn't say that. All right. Moving on, though. We have some more from you guys sending some stuff in. We got good friend Dan De La Torre. He always sends the good stuff. Here we go, Dan. I got 2 issues for this Friday's very special Fresh from the Comic Shop. He gave us the FFTCS as well. Hashtag FFTCS. I'm going to bring it up before I continue on with what he said. Oh, and Siri's having trouble hearing me, by the way. That was Siri talking. So basically, Dan De La Torre, I've got 2 issues for this Friday's very special Fresh from the Comic Shop. I want to make a good impression on your special guest. That's you, Drew. Here is 2001: A Space Odyssey, the first appearance of Machine Man. And also, guys, he also included in this Fresh from the Comic Shop Machine Man #1 at a 9.8. Both are Bronze Age Jack Kirby goodness. What did 2001 have? Oh, 9.6. Not bad. Dan De La Torre again.
I was clapping off screen when that book came up.
Once again.
I've owned every single issue of that run, but I've never found an 8. Ever.
Oh, you never found a 9.8 on Machine Man 1?
Or no, on 2001.
He's got a 9.6 there, but that's still pretty good.
Well, no, issue 8 though. I've never had a copy of it.
Oh, I got you. Okay, got it. Yeah.
And spoiler alert: the rest of them aren't worth anything.
Anyways, those are some great pickups. And Drew, it's now your turn. Fresh from the Comic Shop.
All right. Well, I'm gonna kick it old school here. When I first started reading Spider-Man, it was Mark Bagley's run, and we were knee deep in clones. So I traded a buddy of mine to get this at the last show I did. So if you look very closely, you'll see this is white. It's not gray. So I traded a Alpha Flight 51, which is the first Jim Lee, if I remember right. It's first Jim Lee art in Marvel. So I traded that for this 1 in 10,000 white copy of ASM 400. So
that's fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. By the way, I'm sorry. I'm reading these comments. P. Keel, can you post mine from last week that got buried? P. Keel, I do believe we did not, and I apologize for that. Sometimes it's hard. It's Fast and Furious, so we miss some things, and we apologize for that. So P. Keel, please send us in again. I guarantee you will be on next week. So I apologize for that miss there. Moving on to more of our audience here, though. We got Disney Funko Family, a nice pickup from my local comic book shop. What do you think? X-Men 256, the first new Psylocke. I like that, guys. These characters, we've seen, these kind of secondary X-Men characters. It's not a bad get. It absolutely, it would probably not only just to have it in your personal collection, but also if you're looking to invest. If you're looking to invest, those are ways to go about that. The secondary characters.
That's one of my favorite X-Men books ever. I love Psylocke.
Yeah. And I think it's actually come back down a little bit. It got real hot year and a half or so ago. I think it's come back down a bit. Isn't it about $15-20 right now?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We can check on the old cover price here in a minute.
It's not too shabby. And, when you think of, I think Psylocke, as much as there's a lot of people I know probably around our age that grew up loving Psylocke, but for some reason, it's just the demand hasn't been there. We saw Olivia Munn briefly
did a great job
in that horrible movie. She did a great job. I hated the movie, but she was hardly in it, and it's like, man,
that was a terrible movie.
Yeah, they need to do her justice in the MCU, and I think if that's done, Psylocke is a character. I think that as we're still here. We want to see more of this character, and I think the younger generation could pick up on this character if we see her done right in the MCU.
The problem with Psylocke is she's so fragmented, right? Because you've got the first Betsy Braddock in Captain Britain. Was it 8, I think? That thing is impossible to find since it's a British book. Then you've got was it New Mutants Annual 2, right? Yeah. Then you've got this. So nobody seems to know what's the right book. Do you need to get the trifecta? Can you just get 1 or 2?
Hell yeah, you do. Get them all. Come on.
They're mine.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that's part of the problem, but I mean, the market will sort that out. I kind of feel like New Mutants 2's the Annual 2's the main one.
Yeah.
Hey guys, since we're talking about investments, Comic Toby, as a successful businessman, I recommend that a good investment is suit, shirt, tie, and fresh new shoes to match. I just want to throw that out there.
I love it.
Another type of an investment. Yeah. We agree with you.
I'm not. I didn't know I needed to rock my 3-piece tonight, but I mean, I could have.
We did ask you if that was in the production notes, and you did not.
Reading is hard, my friends. Reading is hard.
All right.
There you go.
Sorry. No dress shoes today, but sorry. Showing off my kids.
Yeah. Anyways, the pandemic, I don't even know how to dress anymore. Really not. Also, we got Covrprice with Invincible Volume 1. This looks like some sort of an omnibus, and I'm enjoying this Amazon series. I think I've seen three episodes. It's wow. It's I think it's nailing it on the head, if you ask me. All right, so Chris, you are up next, fresh from the comic shop. What do you got?
Oh, Mylar. Hey, did you guys see the meme that's going, or the post that's going trending on social media of the empty Mylar bag saying once held a near mint?
Funny. It's funny you should mention that because the guy who originally did that is in the chat.
Oh, nice.
Like it was swiped off of a reel he did. And so he hasn't got credit for a lot of it, but he is in the chat, or he was. If he's not in the chat, I'm going to make fun of him. Yep, there he is. Tom
Parker.
Tom is a buddy of mine. He's out of Lawrence, Kansas. He runs an outfit called Middle School Geek Comics. Fantastic. So he's at a lot of the same shows I'm at. So
that is absolutely fantastic. Good on you.
Just awesome. So Tom, you inspire me because today I'm just showing off a Mylar. This once held a no, I'm just kidding. It's a book, but I couldn't help myself. I love it. I love it. So kudos to you, Tom. This book is just an awesome Silver Age Fantastic Four 42.
Nice, man.
Very nice.
Fantastic Four has been a run that I've been working on for a long time. And right now, I think, there's some books, some early books that you can still pick up for decently cheap. We haven't had them in the MCU yet. And when that happens, there's going to be a lot more attention. And we know that the stories surrounding these characters are absolutely endless. And we've already seen how a lot of these properties are allowing books that may not be huge keys. Maybe they just have certain things picked out and plucked out from a storyline or something like that. And then they just get hot. So, so I'm going after it. If I can right now, it's really Fantastic Four, Thor, and Amazing Spider-Man Silver Age run fillers. If I could find them for a good price.
That's a beautiful book. And any Kirby, I mean, like early, it's just, I love, you gotta love, how can you not love Kirby?
I'm so thankful I started working on that run years ago. I literally need 3 more issues to have all of the Lee and Kirby books. And they're not the hard ones. So thank God.
Good on you. That's freaking amazing. Yeah. By the way, the bearded one just really is questioning your commitment here. Warlock and the Infinity Watch. Come on, Chris, show us. I question your commitment as well. All right, before we get to my next book here, we got Matt S. Matt S says he missed a few weeks at the LCS, but was able to catch up today. Check out that Geiger #1 Fabok variant. They're hearing a lot of great things about Geiger. I got my Geiger from TFAW, and I'm still waiting on it, but there's some other good books he's gotten here. You got that final King in Black I have yet to read, the Venom, I guess the last King in Black Venom. There's that Hulk 45, I think that is. I'm not sure which Thor that could be. Probably 14, where they end that run with Donald Blake. I enjoyed that storyline. So good stuff, Matt. Before we get again to mine, we got Michelle, a.k.a. Moonlit Comics. I'm very excited about this book. The Incredible Hulk 296 from 1984. The cover art by the amazing Bill Sienkiewicz. Interior art by Sal Buscema and Gary Taylock. So dope, and one of the first Volume 1 Hulk issues I picked up for my collection so far. And she actually got this from Chris. Chris is the one.
That's right.
Is that Rom on the cover? Is that Hulk versus Rom?
It is. Yep.
Nice.
Yes, it is. Dude, Rom, I remember that. You talk about dating yourself. I remember that toy. I absolutely remember that toy. All right. Moving on to my book. Again, guys, this is a newer book right here. I haven't been able to read it yet, but I do love Chip Zdarsky, what he does here. And I'm hearing a lot of people liking this one, the Silver Coin, kind of an anthology series about this coin, I guess, that gets passed along. This is about some band. It's a cursed coin, I think, is what it is. I'm hearing a lot about this. Can't wait to actually get to read it. But I just picked this one up as well. I've been busy, guys. Get off my back, please. All right. Before we get to Drew's, we're going to get into our audience as well. You guys crushed it again this week. They're becoming more and more. And again, Pete Keel, I apologize profusely because we are getting so many of these in different areas on our social media. It's kind of hard to keep up. So please send it in. I will prioritize your fresh get next week. Chris and I will make sure we give you a shout out.
Although I don't know if I'm supposed to say this.
Yo, what's up?
I hear the hot new way to get your book in is to text it to you directly. Is that right?
Yeah, somebody actually just texted me. I don't know who this person is. I don't know how they got my number. I love you guys, but I really hope that most of you don't have my number because I get enough texts as it is from people that I see on a daily basis or hear from on a daily basis. I'm sorry. Please don't take offense to that. That was terrible. We got nerds being nerds.
Ooh.
Yeah, look at this. Fresh from the CBCS. I guess you just got this in from CBCS. Strange Tales 146. The last Steve Ditko Doctor Strange book. Man, this shout out is for Chris, Journals Comics. I know he's working on that Strange Tales run. Check out the Nerds Being Geeks YouTube channel to see the rest of the CBCS Comics Haul this Sunday. They got some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Silver Age Marvel in all its graded glory. He says he has a link to his YouTube channel in the bio. We put it in here as well. So scroll all the way down. Nerds Being Geeks, probably one of the best names out there. Loving that. Not subscribe to their channel, but also subscribe to Drew's channel, for God's sakes. I mean, that's why you're here.
If you want to, yeah.
Just do it.
One thing I will say, if you guys haven't had a chance to check out that new CBCS case, it's pretty legit.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's... You know how the old ones you can kind of flex a little, and it's like, I don't know about that.
I don't mess with that.
These things are tough, and they're crystal clear. So I recommend them.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sending some.
This is the CBCS right here.
Yeah, that's way old because that's the studded, right? It's got the little rivets at the top. Yeah.
I'll be sending off some books to CBCS for the first time this year.
Yeah.
I own a few, but it's going to be the first time I'll actually send some off.
They have a soft spot in my heart because I sent them an order like right when they started their pressing division. They were at a show in St. Louis. I'm like, hey, I've got some books I want to get pressed. Out of the box, I got a 9.6 181, a 9.6 ASM 121, a 9.6 ASM 122, and a 5.5 Strange Tales 110 that I sent to them at like a 3 or a 3.5. It had this gnarly spine roll. So I've respected them since that.
All right.
And here we go. For our next audience. Sorry, I'm getting a little lost here. Our next audience submission here. I like this one, guys. I really, really like this one. This is from Red Room Comics, Miles Morales, #5, and the previews. This is a Starling cameo and previews issue 19. Starling is she's an interesting character too. I think she's the granddaughter of the Vulture, and she's been a love interest of Miles. I've read both of the 5 and 6 of the series. I really enjoyed it, and I like her as a character. You know, she's another Vulture basically, but really enjoy it. So those are nice pickups, especially again if we start seeing her in a Disney Plus show. Miles, there's going to be he's too hot not to be in an action film. So we already have a connection with his uncle being in the first Spider-Man and et cetera, et cetera. All right, Drew, you are on. What do you got, buddy?
All right. Well, I kind of set a theme last time. I mean, it's a short-lived theme, but this is a book I've wanted for a long time, since I was a kid, actually, and I just broke down and bought it the other day. So I have a CGC 9.2. Forgive the Mylar, guys. Sorry. It's a 9.2 white pages copy of Amazing Spider-Man 149.
Nice. Look at that.
Death of the Jackal, First and Death of the Spider Clone, all that goodness. So I wanted this for a long time. And I kind of like 9.2s. I feel like they're the perfect intersection of this book looks really good and I can still afford to pay the rent and eat this month.
Yes. That's an important part too, by the way. That's definitely an important part.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to give props to Nerds Being Geeks here as well. He completed the John Byrne Fantastic Four run last year. I freaking love John Byrne. I just love talking about him every chance I get. And this just gives me another opportunity to do so. And I've been talking about him a lot lately. So anyways, moving on, we have some more audience gets here. So basically I love this guy, the bearded one. Man, you are always commenting and interacting with us. We love you for it. We absolutely love you for it. Here he is with, hope I'm not too late for Fresh from the Comic Book Shop. You're not too late. Here's my entry. I got the entire series of Miracle. This is a Mr. Miracle. But per rules, here's my 5 favorite cover from my weekly loot, Mr. Miracle 1 through 5. The bearded one is also a huge Lobo fan. And I think he said he has one long box dedicated to all of his, almost all of Lobo's appearances. I can't remember.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't. I think there's like 570 Lobo appearances or something. This is off the top of my head. I saw
all of them from like 1987 to 1993.
Basically, yeah.
Like every comic that came out had Lobo in it.
Super hot. And hopefully he gets hot again because he's a fun character. But
yeah.
Shout out to you, the bearded one, again. Thank you all for always commenting and hanging out with us, et cetera, et cetera. And then we got Union Josh, guys. He says, this is my Fresh from the Comic Shop as well. Marvel Team Up 24 featuring Spider-Man and Brother Voodoo. The first appearance of Moondog the Malicious. I am not familiar with that character, by the way, guys. I have to throw that out there. One of the first books I picked up at my local comic shop after it opened this week. I believe he is... potentially in London, I am not sure.
That explains the pence copy.
The what copy?
The pence. It's 7 pence.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good point. Good point. So yeah, that would let us know where you're at. That's interesting that your comic book shop just opened this week. Yeah. All right, Chris, you are up. What do you got next? Here we go.
All right. So I'm a big Marvel guy. I mean, you guys know that. But look, man, I love my DC when I get some hands on DC. And I'm a Superman fan. I am all about the one thing about some DC stuff right now, because thanks to Warner Brothers, there's not a lot of demand on a widespread amount of stuff because of a successful movie franchise. So I've been filling some Superman and Action Comics holes for dirt cheap. And here's another one, Action Comics number 364, beautiful Silver Age 12 center. And I always said this, what's interesting about DC books, and again, no key here, but DC books are going to gain value. Okay. But just imagine if Warner Brothers in the DCEU had even close to the amount of success that Marvel Studios had in what their books will look like on the market right now. So that's why I say, look, there's a lot of books to buy for a good price right now that have potential, obviously, that already have long-term potential on their own. But if something ever gets off the ground and starts rolling with the DCEU, you could be ahead of that curve.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
That's a nice pickup.
And what a lot of people don't realize, especially when you're talking Batman, like so many of these Rogues Gallery members that we know and love, we grew up with the animated series and all that, so we've known all these guys. Like Batman 171, hot book. Everybody likes the Riddler, right? It's literally his 3rd appearance ever. He was in 2 books, 2 months apart in the 40s, and you didn't see him again until the 60s.
That's crazy.
Scarecrow, Batman 189, same thing, 3rd appearance. And they're super early appearances of all these guys, and that's another part of the reason why they're going up so much. You don't have 30, 40 appearances like the Joker or Catwoman or Penguin.
Yep. No, I never even thought about that. 20-year difference. It's insane. Yeah. By the way, Tony Trombetta, what is up, everybody? Check out Tony. He owns EGS Grading, another grading option for you guys on the table. They do a really good job. They definitely differentiate themselves from the rest. Check them out. We had Tony on the show. Man, it feels like years ago.
All right.
That's to everybody. But nice to see you in the chat, Tony. All right. Before we get to my third pick of the week, we have Vinny Whitlock here. A Hero for Hire #2, second appearance of Luke Cage, and first appearance of Claire Temple. Since this is a very fine plus, and he loves this book. I mean, I fucking love Luke Cage myself. I just pulled this off the shelf here. Sorry, I'm sharing. This is not fresh from the comic shop, but I'm just going to share my 8.0 CBCS Hero for Hire.
Anytime you want to walk to the camera with a Ramita cover, I'm good.
There you go.
No explanation needed.
For you.
All right.
Well, moving on. My next fresh get of this week. This one's an interesting one. Just came in today from TFAW. This is a hot book that we have going on. Oh, wait. No. Time out. I got to do Shadow Rat first. I'm sorry. I'm being selfish. Shadow Rat.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Warlock and the Infinity Wasp #1. Like I had to do that because he also had some nice Howard the Ducks with those early first Gwenpool appearances. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of those, but I would be on the lookout for that because she first appeared in, well, it was on the cover, I think, of Secret Wars, but she first appeared in Howard the Duck, was her first appearance. So absolutely be on the lookout for those. But anyways, all right. So this is my, geez, we're only on our third fresh gets. Wow. This is my third fresh get. This is an interesting cover. This is Shadecraft. We've seen Shadecraft. Actually, it was #1 last week on the top 10 hottest comics of the week. It's been optioned for Netflix. This is a 1 in 500 variant or actually store exclusive from TFAW by Zoo Orzu. It's really a beautiful cover.
Wow.
So this just came in.
It's got some texture to it.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's a really unique looking cover. Loving that signature right there, Orzu. So I'm happy about that get. They sold out super quick. So
yeah, it looks like that or why I had to stop buying new comics so much, man. I could go in the poorhouse just buying all the pretty new variants.
It's insane. It really is insane. But it's part of the industry right now. So, you could see the pros and everybody can talk about the pros and cons of it, but it's pretty ingrained right now. Chris and I don't know why I'm just talking by myself. Chris and I talk about it, frequently on the show. I actually, Drew, real quick. What are your thoughts on these variant covers for these new books?
If you're buying the variant because you like the art, you like the book, awesome. If you are trying to invest in a variant, I have given one piece of advice for investing in a variant in the last 5 years, and I don't foresee anything else coming. So I don't think they're a good investment. Most ratio variants you can buy for less, far less than what they'll cost you at release 6, 8, 10 months down the road. The one bit of advice I did give was the Amazing Spider-Man 55 when it first came out. I saw where the artist was doing Virgins and then CGC 9/8s and Signature Series. I think you could get a 9/8 blue label of the Virgin for $100 for him when it came out. And I run my buddy and I have a Facebook group for kind of our region, and I threw up the link. I'm like, guys, I think this could be a thing. I didn't take my own advice, so I'm the only idiot in the group that didn't wind up making money off of it. But for the most part, I don't chase variants for investment.
It's become an interesting thing for the industry. I definitely have been picking them up recently, and I had nothing to do with them like 2 years ago. So
and I love them, and that's the thing. If you're buying them because you like them, that's great. I just walked into my comic room one day and I had boxes full of variants of books I didn't really give a crap about. I'm like, okay, maybe I need to take a step back. But
that's definitely been happening.
That's the important thing. Buy what you want.
Yep. There you go. Planet Arizona agrees with you. Buy it because you like it, and if it appreciates, bonus. All right. But speaking of bonus, what do we got next? Did we? Yeah. So we got our audience. And I love this name, by the way. ZW. He has these Bad Idea Comics Bad idea. New comics are so cool looking. Feeling thankful. Been collecting for like 2 years. Indie comics, I've been on fire lately. ENIAC 1 and Tankers 1. Watch these books, people. Have to agree with that myself. I enjoyed both of those issues, but we also see Geiger there. I think we got a Year of the Villains up there. I see some High Republics. So that's a nice pickup there. ZW, a bunch of pickups. There we go. All right. So Drew, what do you got? Fresh from the comic shop.
All right. Well, again, another shameless plug. I just dropped a video today, and spoiler, this is the #1 book on the list. Also, some insight into my top 10 list. The numbers don't mean anything. That's just literally how I put them on there. This is a book I've been into for a few years, just picking them up wherever I can. I love the character, and I think now's a good time to pick it up because nobody's really talking about it. And this is another character that kind of got done dirty in the MCU. So I've got Tales of Suspense 50, the first appearance of the Mandarin. Play with the glare a little bit here, but this is a pretty solid copy. It's lower mid-grade, but I love this book. This is for my show inventory. I think it's the 3rd copy of it I've got now. I'm just kind of picking them up where I can because it's really, I think, high grade. If you look at Key Collector, they're saying like $1,100 for a raw copy, and you can find mid-grade copies for under $500, more like $300 to $400.
Yeah.
Book is off from its high values from Iron Man 2 so far. That book was huge when that movie came out. I was actually at Kansas City at the big convention there the week or so before that movie dropped, and you couldn't touch it for $1,000, period. So I think it's a character that, especially if Shang-Chi, Iron Fist, that whole Kung Fu wing kind of fleshes out a little bit, the Mandarin just makes a whole lot of sense.
Well, he's definitely coming in that movie. He's definitely coming in Shang-Chi. I saw your video. I saw how you felt about Iron Man 3. Honestly, man, I liked it. I liked it. I wasn't mad. I didn't have any connections. I'm definitely familiar with the Mandarin. I didn't have any connection to that, a love of that character, but I was happy with it. However, I think they fixed that in one of those kind of one-shot.
Yeah, all hail the king.
Yeah, and he's going to be in Shang-Chi, and they actually just released or leaked. There was, I don't know if it was a leak or a release of one of the toys from Shang-Chi of the Mandarin.
Okay.
I'm going to say this. I don't know if it's a spoiler, but he doesn't have rings, right?
Okay.
He's got five.
Like bracers or something?
That I guess you can consider rings on each hand. So they're going with something a little different there. I'm cool with that, man. I'm definitely cool with it. So we shall see. Yeah, absolutely. We shall see. All right, Chris, what do you got? Fresh from the comic shop.
All right, man. This is fresh from the UK, baby.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
I got a mag. I'm a huge Transformers fan, and this is my first ever Transformer UK mag with Galvatron.
Very nice.
Oh, yep, and Unicron. Unicron back here in the background. Just beautiful cover. Amazing full color art on the inside, too. I mean, this is just a beautiful book.
Yes.
So I got this off of the Mercari app for decently cheap. And this guy, the seller, I've been meaning, I want to buy some more off him because he got a bunch with free shipping, too. So I'm going to go back and, I made an offer, a few dollars off of the asking price. He accepted it. So I'm about to go get a couple more of these because these are just freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, man. Snatch that British stuff up whenever you can find it over here. It's tough to come by on occasion.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Galvatron was so cool. So cool.
Yep.
All right. So we are done with our audience submissions here. However, we each have two or one more after this. This is real quick. I'll do my fresh get from the comic shop. This is another TFAW delivery. This is Noctera #1. I think this is the glow in the dark cover. I'm excited to read this. Scott Snyder book. Really sweet cover. I'm loving this cover. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I think it's glow in the dark. Let me see it. You know, I got it on the line. Let's see. I can't really tell. But anyways, that is my fourth fresh get. Drew, you are up now. What do you have?
Right.
Final fresh get. Fresh from the comic.
I'm bending the rules a little bit because my last book is 3 books. I got these all from the same guy. He's a buddy of mine, and he picked up a collection and kind of let me know a little bit about it. So we got together and made a deal on a couple of these. I'm hoping he finds some more. But first up, I've got a Cap. What is this, 115? Yeah. And I don't know how well it's coming through, but it's gorgeous.
Nice. The Mylar always makes it look really
well.
Nice.
And I'll explain more. These are in My Light 2s with fullbacks, and then in archives with another fullback behind them. And I'll explain why here in a second. So next up is Cap 122, just an awesome Scorpion cover.
Totally.
Again, don't know how well you can see it. And then transition over to Thor 155. Nothing special here, in my opinion, as far as the cover goes, but still pretty cool. But I picked all of those up because they are all 3 from the Mile High 2 collection. So they are super, super nice books, and I'm going to be sending them off to be slabbed, probably at CGC, so I get that cool black pedigree label they have, and
nice,
all that.
Everybody's, that absolutely. By the way, that the Cap with the Cosmic Cube, Red Skull and the Cosmic Cube. There is a Captain America 25 1 in 10 variant where Sam Wilson becomes Captain America. Obviously, that's getting hot. Captain America 25. Yeah. It's a Hasbro variant, so it's all action figure of that. So y'all, that's flying under people's radar. I would be on the lookout for that one as well. Just throwing that out there. Hold on.
Up the thing. There we go.
There you go. There you go.
Yep, cert of authenticity there.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, boom. I was very surprised when that came to be. So happy to have these in the PC.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Chris, your 5th and final book of the week.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Threatening us, right?
All right.
You're threatening us.
I didn't want to take it to this, but I'm going to get down on it. I got a knife, and I'm going to do something a little different. I got a book that's really fresh from the mailbox.
Yeah.
It's not even open yet. So you guys want me to open it with you?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm just glad your mailman didn't bend it in half.
Yeah, oh, I know, right? This is going to be the first unboxing from fresh from the comic shop.
Absolutely.
I don't even know if I need my knife, but I brought it just in case. So, I mean, this could have been packaged much better.
Yeah.
But it was kind of, it's not even taped. It's just loose in here, and it was kind of like that.
Everybody take note. This is how you do not package a comic.
Correct.
Exactly. Correct. I have a couple videos. How not to ship books. Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Is this your first like eyes on it right now, or like?
Yep. Yeah. It was. I didn't open it.
Okay. Are you happy?
Look at that. All right.
He's taking it in.
I'm gonna taking it in for a minute. My bad. I'm gonna take it out of this nasty old poly.
That's the worst.
Nice, decent shape. A little bit of a spine writ there. This is a square bound.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Enough anticipation. Nothing huge. Fantastic Four #7 though. This is like is this the early appearance of Dr. Doom? When did this come out?
If it's annual 7, that would have been what, probably 69, 68.
Yeah, 69. So no. This is later on, but look, it's got Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom's hot right now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Early Fantastic Four annual. Why not? It looks nice.
It's really nice. There is about a 1-inch spine break right there at the top.
Okay. You did say square bound.
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. It's got a little color breaking down here, a little blemishing.
Smell it.
Yep. Oh,
there
yeah.
It is.
Yep.
I tell you what, pro tip, guys. Get yourself some drawer boxes, put nothing but Silver Age comics in it, open it up, and push it back in real fast. You can't beat it.
That's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. All right, here we go. This is my last fresh get of the week, which will close out Fresh from the Comic Shop. A couple weeks back, you may recall that my coworker, she was kind of a guest co-host for us on the show. She doesn't read comic books. We turned her on to one book, and it was ENIAC. But that was my not first print. So I finally got my first print from TFAW. Very happy I did. Finally got it. It is a beautiful. These covers are gorgeous. This and Tankers #1. I am just so I'm so psyched. The story was great too.
Matt Kent, good guy. Good guy.
Yeah, he was on I think he was on Spine Tick's channel recently. Oh man, I'm loving the quality that they put into this. Y'all may question their, why they do the things that they do, but the two stories I've read so far are solid. I highly recommend it. We had Dinesh on a couple months ago. He laid it out what they're trying to do. So I'm psyched for Bad Idea. I think a few of you in there have talked about your Bad Idea as well.
It's a really cool concept, the way they're approaching it.
Absolutely. Yes. But they had the quality work to back it up too.
Mm-hmm.
So yep. I implore all you guys to read those out there. Do not pay too much for your not first prints though. People are paying like $60. Those things are going to be printed on demand basically. So don't pay more than cover price for that. That's ridiculous. Anyways,
I'm over here. I know we want to end the segment, but I'm just over here flipping, smelling. So don't mind me. I'm just flipping and whiffing. And whiffing.
I can walk around the corner and we can go all night, guys.
Well, yeah.
We can keep it going.
Oh, yeah. No, we absolutely could, but we don't have that much time.
Time is a construct.
I have a 5-year-old that's going to be up in probably 6 or 7 hours, so I really got to keep things moving here. And it's just nonstop when she wakes up. So love her. But, oh, man. All right. So that concludes Fresh from the Comic Shop. Guys, please send in your fresh gets each and every week. We love showing them off here. It's super simple. I'm going to say it again. Tag us at Comic Book Canon on Instagram. Hit us up, or you could hit us up with the hashtag FFTCS. And it's that simple. Each and every week, share with us what you got. We probably can't go through all 10 of your submissions. We could probably only do one at this point because you guys are coming in fast and furious. But we are happy to do it. We will definitely put at least one of them up there. Send them in. We love doing this each and every week.